안녕하세요. 유튜브 에듀팟을 진행하는 장연화입니다. 혹시 저희 중앙일보에서 진행하고 있는 학생기자 프로그램을 들어보셨는지 모르겠어요. 저희 기자들처럼 우리 학생들도 캠퍼스나 또 커뮤니티의 행사를 취재하러 다니는 기자 역할을 하는데요. 이를 통해서 비판적 사고력도 키우고 무엇보다 글 쓰는 실력이 굉장히 부쩍 늘어나거든요. 그래서 저희가 이번에 우리 학생기자 활동을 또 해서 또 대학교도 진학했고 그리고 또 지금 또 활동을 하고 있는 우리 형제 두 사람을 초청했습니다. 우리 그들의 경험담을 들어보고 한번 학생기자 프로그램에 대해서 소개하는 시간을 갖기로 하겠습니다.
Hi, my name is Stella Hong, and I'm a junior at Whitney High School. I currently serve as an editor in the JSR program and have been involved with JSR since 2018.
Hi, my name is Jason. I'm a student at Boston University, currently studying computer science with a minor in English. And I was involved in JSR from 2013 to 2017 when I was in high school.
So can you tell me how did you join this program, Jason?
I first found JSR at the end of 8th grade. I was taking a class called Multimedia Journalism. And at the end of that year, the teacher who was supposed to teach it the next year again retired. But he recommended me that I go outside of school to look for other journalism opportunities. And that's when I found in 9th grade JSR. And that's when I started.
Yes, so in 2016, I attended the Korea Daily Journalism camp held at Pepperdine University. And at this summer camp, I learned about the process of how to publish a newspaper article. And we formed editorial groups. And by the end of the camp, we published our own newspaper, complete with interviews and columns. And at this camp, I fell in love with journalism. And the program director at that time, who was Jeff, stated that I was perfect for JSR, a perfect fit for JSR. And that fall, I applied, or when I became a high schooler, I applied for JSR and became a student reporter.
Okay. So I'd like to hear your experience.
So the best moment for me was when I wrote an article about the Bernie Sanders rally in the summer of 2019. It was a lot of fun because I saw fellow reporters from like big news companies like NBC, and it showed me like what I wanted to become in the future and gave me a career path. And it gave me a niche on what type of articles I want to publish in the future. So following that summer, I started writing articles about a lot of MUN conferences and city council elections and updates.
One of the most memorable things that JSR contributed to my life was I remember writing a lot of articles, about one per week. And as I was researching different things that was going on in our community, in our school, I started writing more and more about technology. So, it used to be maybe one article a month about technology, but I had a really deep interest. So I started writing more and more about it. And eventually I realized technology was where I wanted to focus on. So even though I really loved writing and I really loved technology, journalism was what merged the two. So that's probably the most memorable thing that JSR contributed to my life. It allowed me to explore technology while also pursuing writing, which from what I'm studying at BU is it's a combination of the two, computer science and English. So I have JSR to thank for that. Yeah, so a lot of the kind of research I was doing, a lot of the kind of investigative journalism, asking the right kind of questions, critical thinking, that was skills that I carried over to my studies, not only as a programmer and a computer scientist, but as a writer in my English classes. Um, at the end of the day, software, hardware, it's all languages and how people communicate, especially, with coronavirus going on, it's the new mode of communication. It's just a different way of processing them. So I found that what JSR taught me was that English and technology don't have to be separate, but rather you can merge them together and find something that you're interested in. And yeah, at the end of the day, these are communication mediums for me. So that was what JSR really contributed to my college experience, and this gave me skills necessary to succeed.
For me, my favorite part of being an editor compared to a reporter, as an editor, I became closer with the student reporters in my editorial group. I get to read all of their articles, and this past fall and winter semester, I became friends with my two student reporters, Lauren and Soyeon, because we all like to write articles about humanities and English-related subjects. And I remember one day, Lauren turned in an article about a subject that I was really interested in, which were TED Talks, and we stayed up really late texting about it. And that's when I knew JSR would introduce me to a lot of close friends. I don't think so, because he was really interested in technology and writing about computer science, but I was interested in humanities.
그랬구나. Okay.
Yeah, one interesting thing I want to add for that. I remember when we were talking about going to the Bernie Sanders rally. This was after I left JSR. This was not something that I typically would have been interested in, but I remember Stella bringing up the going to something like that and exploring those opportunities. So that's another thing that JSR sort of does, is it puts you in situations where normally you wouldn't be going to like a political rally, but for the sake of journalism, asking the right questions, sort of broadening your knowledge, you go out and meet those kinds of people, be in those kind of situations like political rallies, interviewing different people, stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool.
그러면 이런 학생들이 와서 좀 했으면 좋겠다 하고 생각되는 게 있다면?
Someone who's curious, someone who's always asking questions, wants to learn more, someone who knows that maybe they don't know everything about the subject that they're investigating or writing about, but they want to talk to someone who does, who can give them more insight. And not only that, but they want to share that insight, share that knowledge, write an article that other people will read, and hopefully get something out of. That's the kind of person.
So this program, I think, is perfect for any middle school or high schooler that is interested in writing and language and anything in the humanities, because you can literally write about any subject that you're interested in as long as you like to write about it. And why I believe that this program is for everyone is because my school is a very STEM-focused school, so there aren't that many humanities-related extracurriculars, and this program really showed me the career path that I want to pursue and introduced me to sort of the hidden writing opportunities at my school too, such as newspaper club or history club. And this program is very fast-paced. You write an article every 2 weeks and is published right after you turn in your final draft. And it's very organized with the new program director, Tiffany. And almost all deadlines are met every 2 weeks. And since this entire program is remotely run at home, it makes it perfect for during this quarantine, because we're all at home due to COVID-19.
I would recommend you start with writing articles that you truly love to talk about. I think the passion that you bring to the table shines through in your writing. And if you're not interested in what you're writing about, then not many other people are going to be. So if you're interested in politics, if you're interested in the fine arts, performances, music, technology, anything like that, start with those avenues and see what's going on in the local community, and start with those, because the most interesting writing, I think, comes from when you're talking about something that you love. So that's what I would tell the future reporters.
어떠셨어요, 여러분? 저희 학생 기자 프로그램 좀 이해가 되셨나요? 올 가을 학기에 여러분 자녀들도 저희 프로그램을 통해서 우리 제이슨이나 스텔라처럼 많은 경험을 할 수 있게 되기를 바라겠습니다. 궁금한 점 있으시면요, 여기 나와 있는 이메일과 전화를 통해서 알려주시면 저희가 성실히 답변해 드리겠습니다. 저는 그러면 다음 이 시간에 여러분 또 찾아뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.